Well, if you subscribe to a newspaper or a magazine, you might want to watch out for fake renewal invoices that a lot of North Texans are receiving in the mail.
The Dallas Morning News watchdog columnist Dave Lieber spent some time trying to figure out who's behind this massive deception that involves hundreds of thousands of false invoices. And Dave is joining us right now. Dave, this is fascinating. It seems like a large-scale mailing operation, but you actually found out where the bills are coming from.
Yeah, you'd think this would be coming out of some giant company with the owner living in a big mansion, but I traced this back to a 37-year-old woman living in a manufactured home in a rural Oregon. And I don't get it, how she's able to hoodwink all these people at all these newspapers all over the country, but that's what's been going on here.
Well, let's try to break it down. So these renewal bills were not coming from the Dallas Morning News. They weren't coming from D Magazine and all the other publications that are falling victim to this. They're from a woman living in the woods in Oregon. But you say in your column what she is doing isn't exactly illegal. So how does that work?
Well, Lauren Louvrian is her name. She's 37, as I said, and she lives in this rural place, and she is president of this company that sends out hundreds of thousands of renewal notices to subscribers and non-subscribers all over the country through the mail. And it's always for double the amount of money that it should be. So, you know, and there's nothing really on this woman. I mean, she doesn't vote. She has a hunting license, she has a fishing license, and I looked at her public Facebook page. She lives a very unpretentious lifestyle, so it's very confusing. But I believe there's a hidden figure behind this thing, and I believe that this person won't be hidden for long.
Okay, so just a couple of quick things then, Dave. First off, so people are hoodwinked into renewing, and she gets money, but you don't actually ever get your publication.
Well, that's why she's been able to maintain for so long, because she's sending the proper amount to the newspaper or to the magazine, and she's keeping the rest. And so it's double what it should be. So there's a big profit for those gullible people that actually fall for it. But, you know, I saw her picture on Facebook page where she took her family to the Statue of Liberty, to the Crown, and I think that's ironic because that stands for freedom. And I think what we need is freedom from this problem, this deception. And so there are a few ways that we can help stop it.
Well,
one of them. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, let's break them down. You've always got tips for us. What are some tips that people need to be aware of?
Well, I think we can't really trust newspaper bills or magazine bills necessarily come in the mail anymore without double checking them, especially if the price goes up. We need to call and ask and find out why. And we need to file complaints against this particular company. They go by many names, but their P.O. boxes are in Oregon and in Nevada. And we need to complain to the Texas Attorney General, which is collecting complaints, and we need to complain to the Department of Justice in Oregon, which is investigating. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is investigating, and the Federal Trade Commission is investigating. So that's why I believe the hidden figures in this thing won't be hidden for long.
Very interesting. It's such a strange story.
Yeah.
And thanks for explaining it to us, Dave.
Thanks, Christy.